Welcome to my channel. This reading will navigate the threshold of the big shifts we are in right now, and there are a lot of planetary shifts happening right now, and we have to deal with a lot of energy and change of energy, and so I want to support by doing this reading about this threshold. And it's about this. These are the cards that I would love to use in these readings. Maybe something else comes up, so I will add to this. I will put them in the description below because some of you asked what are the cards that I'm using, and so I will put them there. If I forget to do this, please remind me to do that. And we're dealing at the moment with Mars retrograde, and it shifted into Cancer. So there was a lot of energy in there that shifted us into our emotional space. And it invites us to be aware of our emotions and our actions. And the sun flares that we experienced in the last days accelerated that a lot. And that was really a big one that we had to deal with. And in a couple of days, the nodes would shift signs from Aries to Libra into Pisces and Virgo, and that's a big shift of energy too, because that's a big one. And we will experience this, that our focus and our evolution will shift in a profound way. And the first full moon will happen in a couple of days in Cancer, and this is amplified by Mars being there. And the moon is conjunct Mars retrograde, and it's in square to Aries and a loose square to Chiron, and that's amplifying a lot of healing energies that we can face right now. So that's a threshold we are in right now, and we can decide what is the seed we want to seed in our life in these big shifts that are happening. So that's our choice, and I want to take a look in every sign that we have, and to look into the energies that are coming up, the themes that may rise up for you. And I am following my intuition in the how I want to read to the signs. So that's not in a specific order. It's just I follow my intuition to do this. And so please stay with me and allow me to do this in my specific order, because that's how intuition works. And as always, I invite you to take your own intuition to look at the images of the cards and to find the things that are talking to you. And it can't resonate for everyone. It's just take what resonates and leave the rest, and always be aware that this is you are the one who is making the choices. So your intuition is the right one. I cannot know what is happening in your life, but you know. And if this resonates in your life, that's beautiful. And it's a timeless reading, although it is happening in this beginning of January 2025. But it's a timeless reading. You can come back and see if it resonates. I often do this in readings, to come back if it resonates later, and if it gets clear in a future moment where we come back and see, oh, that's what was happening. So I'm really grateful that you are here, and I'm grateful that I can read for you. And so let's dive into the signs. Welcome, Libra, to your reading of this threshold, and how to navigate the threshold of this big change that is happening here in our lives right now. And I want to, we have them. There we go. I want to have some cards to lead us in and to see where where this reading is going. And so these cards are for us too. And this is our start. There is something you wish for, and this can be about money. So there is a wish about money, and it also can be about relationships and about a soulmate. It's someone that someone gets into your life or changes in your life. And there is a big wish that comes with this. And the keyhole is the place where we have the feeling to stand outside looking in, and maybe there is something like you feel yourself squeezing through this keyhole to get to the place where you want to be. And we'll see what comes up. And we have Jupiter and the 9th house. So there is the end of a tough cycle approaches, and that's a beautiful promise. But because we have Jupiter adding to this theme of a change, you wanting and wishing for a change in these areas. And if we can take it in both sides. If you are in a tough place right now, that is including financial difficulties, you will be abundant. You will move through this, and that's a promise that this shift is a really great one for you, because it helps you to find the higher knowledge in all of this. And that's the 9th house, that's the higher self, looking at these difficulties you are in right now. But the shift is an amazing one, because it is Jupiter helping you to open up to abundance and bringing great ideas and opportunities to you. And the 9th house is helping you to shift into this place of the higher knowledge. And the full moon in Capricorn, this card is promising that there is something that is ending right now. And maybe you experienced the last year as something that was really difficult. And you are in a big shift right now, because you had to deal with the south node in your sign. And that meant that you had to let go of all the illusions, of all the past stuff, all the patterns that came with this Libran way of people pleasing. That's that you had to face all the shadow sides of Libra. That's where you experienced the south node moving through your sign, washing away and not allowing anything to be there anymore. So that was a big thing you had to deal with the last 18 months. And so it was a tough ride for you. And so that's a promise that it will get to a place where you can really rise, you can make decisions, even if you have the idea. And that's what the keyhole comes with for me. At the moment, you are not able to make decisions about money, about relationships, because there is just the hope that it gets better. But there is this promise that it will. And so allow this to unfold, There is not the invitation to squeeze yourself through this keyhole. There is not the invitation. There is just the promise that it will end, that this cycle will end. Just wait for a moment and see what is coming. And I want to know what is the shadow side, what is the thing that you don't see coming, or what is in the shadow. And then we have a second card for what is in the light and what will support you, right? So we have this one and this one. And we will look at from this. Oh, they are so big and my hands are so small. So we're looking at these. There we have a volunteer and a volunteer. So let's see. What you don't see coming is, and what's in the shadow is the Seven of Pentacles. There are opportunities heading your way. At the moment, there is often in the Seven of Pentacles, there is a, I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what to choose, because there is no way that I can decide right now. And that is hidden from you right now. You don't know. That's true. You don't know yet. But it will head your way. And that's the beauty in these combinations, in this combination. And magic is the same thing, right? We have the 33, and that's a beautiful message that you are the magic that you're waiting for. And that's not telling you, oh, you have to do it all on your own. That's not what I mean. It's representing the infinite intelligence of what is happening in your life right now. So it is the magic that comes with this transformation, with this threshold, and that this, what you already believe in, that there is something like magic in this way of how we experience our lives. Because at one point you don't believe in coincidences. That's what it looks like. You don't believe in coincidences. So why not believe in the magic that is heading your way in this area? And I believe that there is something that is deep rooted inside of you that keeps you from believing in this area. We will see if there comes something up that we, and there is something in the light, and that's exactly what I meant. That's beautiful. We have 33 and 22, and the 8 of Wands are the confirmation that it will speed up, and there will be opportunities for you heading your way, and you don't see them coming, but they will, and it will speed up, and it will, yeah, I would say fasten your seatbelt, because when Jupiter brings into our lives the change into abundance, it can happen really quick. The ghost dance is what's in the light, and it's inviting you to honor the ancestors. But it's in the light, you already know. And there is, and it's interesting, because we have this one side that's in the shadow, that I believe you know that life is magic, but in a specific area of your life, you sometimes don't trust that it really means you. And that's like, oh, yeah, I know that is true, but I'm afraid that I am overlooked. And that's not true, you know? And that's something that's really hitting me right now emotionally, because it feels so sad. And to remind yourself, and I get really emotional right now by connecting to this energy. And you know that this is not true. You know that there is a lesson in everything, and that life won't forget you. You will get into this place. But I think that in the moment, and how beautiful this reading looks, it is something really amazing that you did. And you went into these places where you looked inside every shadow of your life, and you allowed yourself to see the patterns, and you see the dark sides of everything. You allowed yourself to move beyond and to learn and to get into these places of higher learning that were not comfortable. And it was a rough cycle. And trust, that's what's happening. Trust the magic of life, and trust that you are someone that will never be forgotten. You will experience this when the nodes shift out of your sign. There will be a little bit less pressure on you. And this is the confirmation of the ancestors, that you did something that healed a cycle for yourself and for others. Honor yourself for this in this moment where you are on this threshold into a new era of your life. And we'll see what the gene keys bring up. What's the shadow? We have in the gene keys cards, we have always a shadow and a gift and a city. That means the best expression of this. And that's really interesting, because it's the 61st gene key, and this gene key is the journey from psychosis to inspiration into sanctity, and it's this disenchanted and fanatical way of looking at life. And that's what I meant before in believing that maybe life is forgetting you, and that creates a lot of anxiety, because then you have to be aware of how to do it. If life doesn't support you, it supports everyone else, but not you. You have to find out how to do it. And you don't know, because that's what the keyhole shows. You don't know, and you don't have to know. And the invitation to get into the gift of inspiration, allow life to inspire you in the moment, and let go of the idea that you have to know anything. You can trust the magic. You can trust that you did the work. You really did the work, Libra. That's the confirmation that you are on the right track. Just allow life to inspire you. Let go of the things that keep you in this cycle of overthinking or overanalyzing, or everything that comes with this psychotic idea of I have to know the things. That's a beautiful confirmation. It's a beautiful card reading because it is the promise you will get there. And I feel at the moment that this is not about relationship. Maybe it's a dream about a relationship that really fits and that really nurtures your soul. And even in this, it's about believing in that this is true. If you come into this place where you nurture your own soul, and you did the work for this, right? You get out of your tough cycle into the abundance that you are experiencing in the next phase of your life. And now we want to have a little bit of outlook. Let's see what the tarot cards. Let's see. These. This. 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 And I guess this one. So let's see what the tarot deck is telling us. There he is. You know, there is this offer, and it's an active way someone will approach you with an open heart. I like this Knight of Cups because it's a beautiful offer, right? And it seems to be something that you really, really like to experience. And yeah, that's leading into a new pathway of allowing yourself to feel something, and that's letting go. And that's what comes with this, letting go of the idea that life doesn't see you. And rest for a moment. That's what's, if you let go of this idea, because you did a lot of work in the last, as I said, in the last 18 months, you are tired. And rest for a moment. Because you don't have to know anything. Rest and let this cycle end. Don't do anything right now. Don't stay there in this place where you do and you do and you try to make it happen, but there is nothing to decide. There will be a lot to decide, but at the moment there is nothing to decide. Honor yourself for doing that you did the work, and trust that this cycle will end. That's your threshold, That's you standing right there. You have no idea where you're going. That's okay. And then allow your emotions to be. And we have a beautiful confirmation that you will let go of this idea that you have to know everything, that you have to hold on to past experiences, that you have to do this or this or this. And then we have the King of Cups, someone heading your way, that is the next step, someone who knows, and he's radiating light, That's not about gender, right? We always say this because it's about energy. He's radiating love and light, and he is sitting there, one hand in this cup and sitting in water, being totally aware of his emotions and being in this balance. That's what you long for. And the last card that we have is the Fool. And how beautiful is this? Because that's what I said before. We don't know where we are heading, and you don't know either. But one thing you know is you have the stuff, and you have this crystal. And you can allow yourself to trust life and to step into the next step of your life. Trusting that life has magic for you. Life has opportunities for you. Life will bring you the soulmate that you long for. And I don't mean this in the way often soulmates are expected, like teachers. This is a balanced partner. This is someone heading your way that is helping you to step into your emotions, to step into the balance of your emotions. Because for me, the Moon is not a negative card. It is a card that invites us to balance our emotions and not to get lost in the deepness of our feelings. And that's what this card of the Gene Keys invited us as well, to step into the inspiration that comes with this threshold. And so this card and all of what I said before, it is heading your way. Can you trust that it will? That's your threshold of trust and faith. That's exactly what she does. She allows herself to fall into life and to experience what life wants her to experience, because that's what she's here to do, right? This is a pivotal moment for you, Libra, and I want to have a last card. And we have this one. Grace carries you home. At the end of our efforts, when our resources are exhausted and you are without further recourse, I am there for you, with a loving wild grace to carry you home. This sounds like a direct message from life, inviting you to believe in the magic that includes you. Magic of life includes you, Libra. You did the work and it will work out. You will experience abundance as you never experienced this before. Thank you for being here and for liking and subscribing and all the beautiful stuff that helps me to grow this channel and to be of service as I want to be. Thank you so much, and I see you soon.